So weight is something I've struggled with all my life. For as long as I can remember, I've been overweight. Being the biggest in the class, having difficulties finding clothes, and it affects your self-confidence, and it affects how you interact with everyone around you. I've always tried to lose it. I've had some success. I've done the Dukan diet. I've done some calorie counting here and there, which never really stuck to. But I have had a lot of success with intermittent fasting a few years back, where I lost about 35 pounds. And it was at this time that I was probably the healthiest I've been in my life. I was working out well. I was able to do body weight stuff, and I'll throw up some clips that I have of me at that time. And it was good. I felt healthy, and I felt like I was moving in the right direction. Unfortunately, life happens, and playing the blame game here doesn't really help. But COVID, things like that, I kind of picked up all the weight again, as you can tell. And I'm hoping to get started on a weight loss journey again. I'm hoping to do it on this platform where I'm accountable to more than just myself, because if I'm putting this out there, people are seeing it, and I'm hoping that'll keep me motivated to provide results. Now, whether that is taken as a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure, but it's something I'm trying out. As I am in the medical profession, I am hoping to kind of embody the healthy lifestyle that I would be, preaching, if you will, to patients. And as the saying goes, practice what you preach, right? So anyway, I'm hoping to do this again. I'm hoping to start out on this and do it scientifically or quantitatively in a manner that I can keep track of certain measurements that help keep me going, especially in the difficult times. Plateaus, when they hit, they are really disheartening and demotivating. And I'm hoping that some of these measurements we're going to be keeping track of over this time will show some sort of change that will allow me to stay motivated through that time. So let's get into what these measurements are. The first thing is obviously the weight. I check that in pounds. I just don't like doing the conversion. The next thing is BMI, and that's what they use to classify you as obese, overweight, normal weight, underweight, that kind of thing. And it's the next one, the body fat percent, that I'm hoping will show me a difference, especially in plateaus. I'm hoping that if working out right and eating right, especially in those times, that there's some sort of change that's occurring, and that will be reflected in that measurement. The other one is I want to know my baseline clothes sizes. So like what I'm wearing right now, what my shirt size is, what my pant size is, and what my belt loop is, what my belt size is. Next one is calories, which I have tried counting in the past, just never really stuck to it. I'm hoping to try and be a bit more disciplined and stick to it this time. So I'm going to calculate the BMR, which is the basal metabolic rate, and that is how much energy your body burns at rest. And with that, you can calculate your daily caloric intake, and from there you can kind of figure out how much you need to reduce your daily calorie intake by in order to lose weight. And it's the next step that's also very important. It's the overall health markers. Knowing that obesity comes with a whole host of health issues, diabetes, heart disease. It also does wear on your joints. But diabetes and heart disease are some of the major complications of obesity. And I kind of want to check where I am at baseline before starting out on this journey. So the first one is the HbA1c. This is an indicator of the sugar content of your blood over a 3-month period, which is the lifespan of the red blood cell. And it's this marker that they use to diagnose diabetes. There's a certain level, certain percentage of glycosylated hemoglobin that would indicate, being in a diabetic state. And the next one is cholesterol. Now this is for heart disease. So I want to check my HDL, which is the good cholesterol, check the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and then I want to check the triglycerides as well. The next one is TSH, which is the thyroid stimulating hormone. The thyroid kind of regulates the metabolism in the body as well as a lot of other functions. And I am hypothyroid, so I do take a thyroid supplement for that. So I want to check before starting out on this that my thyroid is working optimally. And the next two are vitamins. So vitamin D I've always been low on because I've just never stuck to taking the pill. And I'm hoping that it does serve some purpose in making sure my body is running efficiently. So I'm hoping to check that. If it is low, I'll continue and hopefully stick to taking the vitamin D pill. And the next one is vitamin B12. I want to check that because it does play a role in nutrient processing and energy levels. And I have been feeling kind of sluggish, so it's just something to check there as well. So these are the markers, the measurements I want to check, at least at the start of this journey. I'm not sure how many of them I'll be able to check consistently because, lab work, that there's kind of regulations on how often you can do certain things and how often your doctor would want to do it. But some measurements I'll be able to check more regularly, some I won't. But at least getting a baseline will give me an idea as to where I am health-wise, and it'll be a start for me to start tracking this moving forward. So with that, now that we've covered what these measurements are, let's start getting them, at least getting the baseline ones noted and tracked and jotted down. That does require a little bit of setup, and that will probably be what I'll do in the next video. So yeah, with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.